Look at you. Get a big bite, dog. Get a big bite. Oh, shit. I try to tell niggas, when you see Taz with food on the pod is about to be a good one.
Let me tell y'all something. Let's get this shit on the road because I ate some cheese. And
Welcome to Views from the Floor podcast. This is Nico.
Jus Cus.
Yo, it's Taz.
We here, man. Another week. Yo, we got to change that music, B. Because it's grooving to it in the background. And I was just thinking, like, if this was, you know what I mean? If this
sound
was
like porno music?
Say what?
It sound like porno music?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is the shit. This that damn 1980s, early 90s shit that's on VHS. You feel me?
That's Booty Talk Volume 28, man.
Yo, exactly. Yo, fam, just one time, do I want to direct a Booty Talk volume? I don't care what number it is. It can be Booty Talk 1,000. Let me just direct this one, and let this music be the theme. It's gonna be behind everybody doing it. When they doing their business, I'm gonna just let the beat drop. That's all. Let me do it. I can write some scripts out. I can do whatever I need to. You know what I mean? Write a whole storyline. What's up? Y'all can co-direct it with me. Maybe not Taz, Justin, but
I'm definitely in there. I'm in there.
Right. Cool. Yeah. Just know it's gonna have Views production on it. Just saying, Taz, I'm sorry.
As long as it's bringing in some money, man.
As long as it's bringing in, look how quick he sell out. You see how quick he sell out.
Taz. Let's see you know. Taz,
I ain't gonna be there. I'm not gonna be there, but I will definitely be the financial advisor.
See, that's why he's our man's. Anyway, how was your week, fellas?
Been good. I ain't doing nothing but chilling.
Word.
Yeah.
Just working, getting to the money, man.
Heard that. Oh shit! I done hit a button. God darn it. Anyway, yeah, like my week was alright. It was cool. I bought a flat top griddle for outside. Yeah, baby. I've been cooking on that thing every day except today because it was raining.
It's raining, yeah.
I
cleaned the grill off, getting that ready.
Yeah, it's almost that time, man. It's almost that time.
Gotta break out the Air Monarchs, man. The jean shorts and the white tee.
You gotta bring out those what was it, the Curry ones or the twos?
Yes. The Tom Brady joint. Yeah.
Yeah, the ultimate athletic grass cutting shoe. Absolutely.
Athletic grass cutting shoe.
Yo, Steph Curry got a shoe. I swear it might have been the ones or the twos.
I think it's the ones.
Maybe. Yeah, the all white joints.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's the pawpaw shoes.
Yo, fam, they look like the greatest athletic. Yo, fam, if you out there cutting the grass and you want to get a shot up real quick, you can do that.
That's that rec league nigga who used to play college basketball back in the day. He come and bust your ass with them shoes on.
Bust your ass with them. He got all the moves still. Speaking about that, fam, I seen a video. I don't know where I seen this video at, but I seen a video where it's a guy. He show up to the gym with some New Balance on, a sweatsuit, and he got on a bubble coat.
Asian dude.
The Asian dude. He don't even got it zipped up. He got it zipped down.
One hand.
He just
three.
I mean, yo, it's crazy. His form is nuts. Everything is beautiful.
And at one point, this nigga has one hand in his fucking pocket and is busting ass. I'm like,
busting ass with one hand. It's like, yo, fam, why he ain't in the league, bro? We need somebody like that in the league. You feel me?
That's a 1950s set shot nigga. You gotta run plays for that nigga. It's over.
Yo, it's a wrap.
He can't do shit but shoot.
Yo, fam, it's a wrap, bro. Matter of fact, we're gonna keep it going right here. So, there was a lot of stuff going on today that was kind of wild. Well, in the last couple of days, Tyreek Hill got traded. That was nuts. Why the hell would you do? Why the hell would you do that? I have no idea. But before I keep going, I tell y'all every pod. If you see Taz with some food, it just happens to go that way. It just happens to go crazy. But anyway, Tyreek Hill got traded and he got the bag. Was it 4 years, 120 million?
Oh shit.
70, I think 76 million guaranteed. He get 55 at signing.
Well, you know that.
And then
happy today.
Then it becomes fully guaranteed at the start of 2023 season.
Mm-hmm.
So this this money. You got to. He went to a lesser team and got more money.
Yeah.
But they said, you know what I mean? Like he was super torn about it. It's like he didn't really want to leave, but he know. I mean, you gave Patty Mahomes that damn $50 million a year contract. Like
that's facts.
What you supposed to do? Even though if I had 2 and 14 seasons, I'm keeping both of them. I'm not letting Tyreek Hill go.
Yeah, they weren't gonna give him that money though. He wouldn't have got that. He couldn't have got that.
At some point though, right? I get it. You know me. I'm pro player. Go get your money. Go get the bag, and by any means necessary, because you never know what's going to happen, especially in the NFL.
That's right.
But at some point though, do you think like, yo, fam, maybe you know what I mean? Do me a solid in the back end, but right now, like I take whatever I need to keep this thing going, because it's not like they not. I mean, they play away from going to the, you know what I mean? Going to the Super Bowl again.
Yeah.
I don't know, though, because I feel like in football, it's kind of different, because you one play away also from your career being over. So it's kind of like you got to like get the bag when you can.
Yeah, because, I mean, if he plays a game, like, or he go to training camp and tears ACL, you know, and never can play again, he still got whatever guaranteed money he got. He ain't gonna get the rest of it, but he got that money. So
he's 76 million. I still take it.
That's true. Yeah, that's nuts.
And be talking shit about it too.
What's crazy is nobody's asking Patrick to take a pay cut. He got all that money.
I wouldn't.
Not because he just got into the deal. It don't make no sense for him to. And even though the pay cut's not real, because they just, you know what I mean, they just turned it into a signing bonus.
And it's like this though. That black side of him be like, no, nigga, you're not touching my motherfucking money.
He like, fam, I gotta put some of this away because my dumbass brother gonna take it away from me.
But he just married that girl too.
Did they get married?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have married him. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. I think once you hit a certain money threshold, you should never get married.
Well,
like, stay with a woman all day. Like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods had no business getting married. With his sexual appetite and how much money he got, ain't no way, bro.
I feel like Mahomes did it the right way. I'm gonna tell you why. That nigga waited till he got that deal first, and then he married her. Because now she signed a motherfucking prenup. And that bitch
absolutely.
She probably getting, if we get divorced right now, you get $10 million. You shut your ass up.
That's still too high.
I'd rather give 10 than give 100.
Nah, I feel you. Because, I mean, even though, you know, Tiger gave his ex-wife over 100 million, I think it was
he had to. He embarrassed the fuck out of her.
I mean, she kind of embarrassed her. Let's keep it a bean though, because if she don't take the 9 iron and bust out the window and did this shit quietly, she wouldn't have got embarrassed. So don't bring embarrassment into this.
Nigga, first of all,
there's many different ways you can handle this.
Nigga, when the shit goes down, ain't nobody thinking. Because if that's Justin Cold artist the first, y'all already know my first call gonna be, I got the $1 million in the bank account. Here is the numbers. I'm going to jail. I'm just gonna let y'all know right now.
Listen, that's why see, if he wasn't married, that wouldn't have happened.
That's true, but also think about this. I'm gonna tell y'all on some real shit. And the listeners, y'all can judge me. I don't give a fuck. Once I already know anything over $100 million, I gotta kill a bitch. You ain't getting $100 million of my money. This shit ain't happening. You got to go at this point.
Yo, you gotta relax.
Somebody gonna
you gotta relax. You gotta relax, bro. You gonna get a shutdown.
Am I lying though? Let's keep it 100.
I hope so.
No, I'm not really.
If I got a billion, and I can give my baby moms that I'm married to.
Yeah, if I got a bill, if I got 200 million, first of all,
you gotta give 100. Nah, you gotta give
100. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, y'all can judge me, but somebody got to go. I'm just saying,
and it ain't gonna be you.
That's why prenups are the key, and post-nuptial agreements also.
That's true. But I mean, if I get a divorce, she's gonna get 100% of zero. You feel me?
It's also different when you built it together.
Don't make that face, Taz. Say what?
It's also different when you've been there from the struggle.
Yeah, for sure.
But if you I was already on this like tier when you came up with me. Oh no.
Yeah. And Tiger's wife was a babysitter too. It's like, yo, fam, you gotta relax, B. You know what I mean? I'll make sure you straight. You know what I mean? Like, I'll make sure you straight. I'll make sure you don't have to want for nothing ever again in your life. But at the same time, yo, fam, you gotta, you know what I mean? Just shit happens, bro. You gotta move on. You strong. You know, you gotta hit it with that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If I was a billionaire, dog, ain't no way. 500 mil, no way. Ain't no way.
Exactly.
Taz's team got another quarterback again.
Y'all just gotta get these old niggas die where they are.
Yo, some question, Taz. I've been thinking about this question just to ask you, bro. Is this the curse of Andrew Luck or the curse of Peyton Manning? Which one?
Peyton.
Gotta be Peyton, right? Because how long you had Luck for? 6 years?
8 years, I think. 7, 8.
You sure it was that long?
I think 6, maybe 6.
I don't know. I have no idea about Andrew Luck.
It just sucks, though. It sucks. But hey, you know, we got a guy who
you got Matt. I've been dying in Atlanta for years, Ryan.
He still can perform. So we'll see where it goes. Can't be no worse than Carson Wentz.
Yes, it can. I don't know why you lying to yourself.
He played 9 seasons.
9. Okay, let's see. I knew it was at least 8. So
yeah,
I mean,
he can come back though. Even though he's skinny as hell now, he ain't trying to come back, bro.
Nah.
You seen him when he showed up at the championship game?
Yeah.
He had no interest in ball. If his kid wanted to play ball, he'd trip him down some stairs, bro. Ain't no way, bro. He looked like a regular dad from like Nebraska or some shit, bro. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
He don't want nothing to do with sports. They probably paid him like a stupid bag to be there, and his wife was like, "Honey, you got to get out the house. Like, come on, you got to go do something. Go see some old friends. You know what I mean? Like, whatever."
That's right.
But yeah, good luck with that, Taz.
I like the move though. I think y'all gonna end up grabbing Baker. Giant,
maybe.
No. Yeah.
Why? Well, he that nigga where he at too.
I mean, I think Daniel
Why the
Jones.
wait. I just really realized what you said. Why the fuck would New York go get Baker? If he's a see, I'm trying to curse. You already made me curse. All right. But I got to say this. Why he would die in the New York market?
He can't
It
handle.
don't matter if it was. It don't matter if it was the Giants, the Jets, the Generals, the Rangers, the Islands,
The Bills.
Nobody care about them. The
Shit.
Bills. It don't matter. The Syracuse Orange, like anybody, any team in New York, any team in New York, he would die.
My thing is, where's he gonna go? Where's he gonna go?
Nowhere. He gonna have to stay there. Stay home, baby. Nobody wants you.
That nigga is playing in the XFL next year.
Which is wild because I would have thought that at least the Browns would have sent him to Houston.
Nah, Houston don't want him. Why they need it? Bro, I'm telling you, nobody wants somebody that all they do is bitch and complain. And then on top of that, you had two elite receivers. And couldn't get nothing done. Nothing.
Nigga, at least our quarterback, all our damn receivers been hurt or some shit.
They keep it moving. He don't bitch and complain about nothing. All Baker done is bitch and complain. Hugh Jackson got fired. He got fired. He bitching and complaining, acting like, oh, Hugh left him. He didn't leave you, bro. He got fired for good reason. He was trash as a head coach. Just bad. Got him out of here. Then this happened, and this happened. And then he always wanted, like, he's the guy that constantly wants to have a chip on the shoulder. He the guy that constantly want to have a chip on the shoulder, but it's only going to work for so long, bro. But Baker ain't coming to New York. I can tell you that now. He ain't coming to New York. Who else need a quarterback? Seattle need a quarterback? And they said, nah, we cool with Drew Lock. We cool. Or they'll draft a quarterback in the draft. I mean, who else need a quarterback?
He's not going to Pittsburgh.
Nope.
They already got enough. They don't need no more.
Fam, as soon as he got to Pittsburgh, Mike Tomlin gonna trim him down some stairs, bro. Get up out of here.
What is up with you and people getting tripped down the stairs today?
Get out of here. That's what happens when people are out here bitching and complaining about shit. They need to get tripped down the flight of stairs, and then bitch and complain after that.
That's not.
If you're not hurting after that, you need to get tripped again. Just keep tripping them until they realize. Stop bitching and complaining, bro. That's just me though. It's whatever. Taz, you do have a question that you wanted to speak.
Yeah, I did have a question. So the question is, how long do you have to be with someone before you fart around them?
That's a weird ass question, Doug. But what's crazy is when you text us the question, me, Nicole, and Charlie was talking about it that day. Because Charlie was talking about how she not comfortable farting around nobody except for like Nicole or her kids or some shit like that. And what's crazy is I thought it was wild. I was like, man, just let it fucking fly. Like, we all shit. You feel me? We all take poops. We all fart. Like, it's a natural part of life. If you don't do it, you're going to die. And speaking of that, I read an article today, actually. A woman went to the hospital because she refused to fart in front of her boyfriend. Just backed up in there, just constipated.
So she couldn't go to the bathroom and fart?
Fam, she just was holding it in. So it's not that serious, bro. It's not.
I mean, I'm going to be real. For me, for common courtesy, I go to the bathroom to fart. Unless I'm like in my room or some shit like that, I'm in my own space, I'm a fart. But like, if the shit just come out, the shit, I'm sorry. But if for the most part, I try not to like do that anyway.
Yeah.
Because who want to smell your shit?
Hey, it be gone soon. Fuck it.
I'm just saying, it's just common courtesy because I don't want to smell other people fart.
I feel I fart in front of anybody.
Oh, we know. If I'm comfortable, it's like if we in there, we talking this shit, nigga stomach bubbling a little bit. I'm farting.
Yeah. Gotta let a little tune out. But like, I feel like there's no real time limit. It's just you either do it or you know what I mean. Like you either know if you're comfortable around these people enough to fart or not. You know.
And this is the thing, I think it's women more than men.
Absolutely.
Because women, like I be hearing stories, like my homegirl was like, oh yeah, she didn't fart around her husband until they was like engaged. They was already living together.
That's crazy.
Get the fuck out of here.
You gotta let that fart out, baby girl. You gotta let it go. So,
I didn't know what your farts was deadly or not until you had a ring on your finger. I need to know that before
don't almost lock me down before you let out the rinky dinks. You feel me?
Wait till you get a ring.
You gotta let me know that beforehand. You know what I mean? 2-3 months in, just let it rip, Tater Chip. Let me feel let me feel that pressure real quick, and then I can know if I can go further or not. I'm just saying, how long it took you, Taz, before you just let a fart just blast? Because I know your guts, bro. Pause. Wow, that was crazy. Yo. Yo, that was nuts. You know what I mean? Fucking Taz got the worst guts on the planet.
We have a whole podcast named after that shit.
Word, Green Apple Strut. Y'all should look it up.
For me, I mean, before I ever even passed, like, farted around Candace, I know I had to go. I think after that was established, like, yo, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm hurt real bad. Establish that, we're good to go. But I think she farted around me before I farted around her, though.
I can see that.
I don't know how long it took.
It
probably wasn't long.
Because Candace a real nigga, that's why.
That's what I was about to say. She a real one, dog. When you real, none of that shit matters no more. None of it. I'll let it rip in front of anybody. It could be the president of the United States. It don't care. I'm going to let it rip.
I am going to be real with y'all. At this state of my life, as I get older and cheese don't work with me as it used to, shit just going to have to come as it goes. It's either you accept it or you don't.
I mean, it was a good question, though. I'm not going to lie. It was a good question. It's shit that people need to know, bro.
That's facts. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there is like going to hit us and be like, you know what? Maybe I can push that limit around my boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever.
Niggas good. And some people real shallow. Some people going to be like, you made my girlfriend break up with me.
No, I'm not telling anybody to break up with nobody. I'm just saying, just let it rip. It's not that big a deal.
Shit.
Hey, let it fly.
Let it fly. Speaking about letting it fly, I'm gonna let something fly.
Oh.
Ooh.
I might go on a little bit of rant, but I'm gonna tone it down a little bit. But before we do that, I gotta blow my nose. So, when it comes to content creating, right? I feel like we always have lines. With anything in life, you got lines that are you willing to cross that line? Are you willing to cross that line of integrity to go to just straight disrespect, just so you can get
followers,
clicks or whatever, you know what I mean? Clicks, views, whatever it is that you're looking for, are you willing to do that? And there's one thing on this pod that all three of us agree on, and the people that we invite on this pod also agree on, is if we can't say it to you in your face, we're not gonna say it at all. It's just not gonna happen. We might say it off air. No, I'm just playing. But nah, like we just won't talk about it. If that was the case, like we won't talk about it. The slogan here is always remember, no matter the view, is always with respect. And that's how we keep it. We keep it respectful as men, as humans, all that stuff. And we never gonna do anything for anybody or say anything for anybody to be like, nah, that was, you know what I mean? Like, that was wild, that was disrespectful. And now I gotta see you. Because you never know what kind of person you're dealing with. Everybody can't take criticism. And that's not to say just because everybody can't take criticism, don't critique people, but you can critique people all day long and be respectful about it.
No, absolutely.
Especially when you know somebody is like a phone call away, a tweet away, a DM away. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard to get in touch with people. So in this content creating game that we in, you know what I mean, with the podcast and doing interviews and, you know what I mean, getting to know people, it's a lot of getting to know people. And there's a lot of getting to know people's triggers and all that stuff. And then, you know, with some people, you get a little closer with them than others. And you start to understand how certain people move and how you move don't necessarily go together. So naturally, we stay away from it. There's a lot of people who want to get on this podcast just to, you know what I mean, talk their shit with us or get off when they need to get off about whatever project that they got working on or any of that. That we just say no to because it just don't fit. It don't fit what we do here. We like to have fun. We like to have genuine conversations. We just like to do what we do without any interruption and without any outside phone calls or any of that. Like, I'm cool with all of that stuff. Like, I live a drama-free lifestyle. You know what I mean? And that's not to say if somebody says something or do something that, you know what I mean, I won't pull up on somebody. And that's the problem. That's the problem. And that's the reason why we stay away from it. Because we too old to be pulling up on people. I can't remember the last time I really pulled up on somebody.
We work too hard to get to this place that we in to let your little bullshit stop it.
Exactly. So just a friendly reminder out there, anybody that listens to this pod, you know, if we ever critique anything, we ever say anything, we easy to get in contact with if you got anything to say about anything. And we'll tell you, we had the facts behind it all.
And this is the thing. We also are humans, right? So if we say something that's out of pocket and you feel some type of way, I'm man enough that if I feel like I've done you wrong, I will come on this platform and I will apologize. Yeah, if I feel like I've done something wrong, right? And I feel like, what is that, right? You should be able to like have a conversation about if you like something or you dislike something respectfully. You don't have to get disrespectful because when you get disrespectful, as you stated, you don't know how people react. You don't know if you get ass busted or not. You don't really know what happens. So you got to be very mindful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, and we see this stuff kind of like all the time where you got some person who's trying to be well known in the area, wherever, just start diarrhea of the mouth on social media. But the thing is, this person, for people, they try to be like, they're in a specific space to where they're one of those people that knows people or tries to get to know people, but they don't contact somebody to have a sit down conversation to critique music, artistry of any kind. They just go on social media and just go rant. You know, diarrhea of the mouth. And that's like, yo, like you supposed to be this person that ventures through this artistic space. Why can't you have a sit down with someone and hash out?
Because niggas is weird, bro. Niggas is weird. From all of this, I'll say this, and then we can keep it moving. But if you a grown ass man, going on live and expressing yourself because you got your feelings hurt is weirdo behavior, bro. Especially when you can contact somebody that got you in your feelings. Period.
Especially when you're in the same city.
Same city, same town, know the same people, all that stuff. It's not a lot of us in this space.
It's not.
It's not a lot of us in this space. It's only a handful. So it's like, yo, fam, stop being a grown man going live expressing your feelings. That's weird shit, bro. It's just weird. Like men going on live and just like sitting there and exposing themselves. It's just weird to me. Always gonna be weird to me. Especially when ain't nobody asked for that shit. Nobody.
That's all I gotta say about it. You're not pick me. You're a grown man, yeah? You're a grown man. So if you're not a child, children do shit like that. A man has a conversation. A woman has a conversation. It's just I don't give a damn if you are they or it whatever. When you're a grown person, you have a conversation. You don't do all of that other stuff. And and it's also this too. If you scared, then say you scared.
Bingo. That's all. That's all I really want to get into. Anyway, moving right along. Brittney Griner, man.
Oof.
I know y'all know what's going on with that, but if the people that's listening don't know, Brittney Griner plays for a Russian team. And what was it, last month? Mm-hmm. Was it last month or the month before now? It's been a little while now. It's got to be at least a month.
It's almost 2 months now.
Yeah. She tried to get into Russia, and they found cannabis cartridges for like a vape pen.
Yeah.
In her bag, and took her right to jail. She's been in there ever since, and she won't have a trial until May, I believe.
Yeah.
Was it May? Yeah. They pushed it back to May. She could be there from 6 to 12 years. How y'all feel about that, man? Should the United States do more? Should the United States do more? Or is there anything they can do or what?
I don't think there's much they can do at this point. Like, honestly, it's more of like she's being used as a political ploy with all this shit going on. So it's just kind of like, it was a bad timing thing, I think.
Yeah.
More than anything, it just fell at the worst possible time, because usually when things like this, you don't hear them waiting a month to allow U.S. officials to have a conversation with somebody. Like, it's not for the lack of trying either. Like, they've been trying to get this shit situated, because this shit don't look good. And then next thing you know is they just spoke to her this week for the first time. Like, they're using it as a political ploy. Dude, I think that the United States is gonna have to give up some people in order to get her back. It's not gonna be like nothing, because it's a fucking cartridge. It's not like she was smuggling no damn real marijuana, no shit like that. It's like, this is a political ploy.
I'm gonna tell you what, fellas. I wouldn't have been over there.
Nah.
Period.
She's also. I
play for the team and they pay me, but you can keep it.
She's also the smartest tool in the shed.
Like,
She ain't.
Nah, they got a full-fledged war going on, bro. Nah. Ain't no way, fam. Ain't no way you gonna catch me in Russia when they got a war going on to play basketball. Nah, I'll stay here.
And if it was like one of the lower players, not saying they low or nothing, but the lower players, I can understand. But her, she has the endorsements, all of that. You got to think about your future, especially you like that shit. You know how they move over there. Come on, because that's how they move. Period. They be looking for all that shit, even if this war ain't happening. You know that's something that could happen. I don't think, not to say it's all her fault, right? Because I don't think it is. I think, like I said, it's a ploy. But when you go in other countries, you got to abide by their rules. You got to know every little detail. But shit, in the United States, if you fly into a state that don't allow that shit, you ain't flying with that.
That's true. That's true. That's another thing too. People got to learn awareness about where you're going to, because a lot of us Americans, we get arrogant in ways where we go to other people's country and they act like we still in the United States when we in the country, and then get surprised when they go, nah, this shit ain't gonna fly here. It might fly in the United States, but it's not gonna fly here. So I'm just talking in general. I'm not talking about Brittney Griner. I'm with you, Jay. I don't know what they can do. I don't think she should be in jail, but hopefully everything works itself out to where she can come home. And then now she know moving forward, hey, I can't be doing this shit no more.
Yeah. So the situation is very weird. But I think it all flows back to the WNBA taking care of their athletes. I mean, think about it. I mean, women in WNBA have been going to other countries to get
for
paid
years. Yeah.
For years. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if the league that is in your home country can take care of you, you wouldn't have to go to another country just to make a substantial amount of money. Where the WNBA is partnered with the NBA, the resources are there. These owners got money because these owners own multiple teams. So please pay these players. These women shouldn't have to go. They shouldn't have to go overseas just to collect a bag. Well, they should get it here.
I'm with you 100%. Yep, I'm with you 100%. But we'll see. We'll see how the situation goes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, like I said, hopefully she don't have to spend not a second more in prison in Russia if she's able to come home immediately. You know what I mean? Get out, come home. Fuck that place, dog. It ain't worth it. Move right along. All right, so question. You want to do Black as Fuck now? Or you want to talk about this judiciary, did I say that right? Yeah, I said it right. Sentencing that they doing. I can't hear you, bro.
We can do that first because it kind of rotates all around each other.
All right, so boom, going right into the next topic. We doing it a little differently today.
All right, so as you all may know, it's the sentencing of, I don't want to say sentencing, but of Ketanji Brown Jackson, the judge, right? So the confirmation hearings.
There you go.
Oof. So it's been a whole lot of foolishness going on. They're asking her questions that they wouldn't normally ask. They're talking about things that have nothing to do with her history as a judge. And it bears the question of, why you ain't do this for these white folks? These people who didn't even have this nowhere near the experience that she had. This woman graduated from Harvard, and Harvard Law is on the board of Harvard. It's done all the things that you're supposed to quote unquote do, right? And still, it's not good enough.
Nah, they need to see her LSAT scores, man. Come on now.
It's like they trying to make her walk the plank to show that she's worthy enough for the white culture. It's just like stupid as hell to me at this point.
Yeah, just like Lindsey Graham's questions. This is basically him saying, you're not the right black to do it. Pretty much, that's what's going on.
But we
don't mind it. We don't mind it being a black, but you're not the right black to do it.
So, but part of it is my problem is that I had a problem with this in the beginning, right? Because regardless if she's black or not, she had the experience before.
Most qualified ever.
But the problem is when Biden put this shit out here, he wanted a black woman, right? And when you do that, I kind of felt like he was throwing around his white savior card.
I don't think so.
No, that's what it felt. I'm explaining. I mean, I will explain on it later. Not right now, but later.
Yeah.
But it's just more. It's more about like it's a show. It was part of the show. I think it's part of the show to find somebody to get the base pointed back in your direction. That's what it's starting to feel. A lot of these things feel like it's supposed to be a show. I absolutely believe that she is qualified for it, but she's qualified regardless, black woman or not. She should have been in this bitch before the other two people even here, because they ain't really qualified. If you want to have that conversation,
especially the woman. And that's not me saying that because she's a woman. It's just like Trump came out and was like, I'm going to appoint a woman. He did the same thing Biden did. So, like, a lot of people saying that was a problem that Biden said that. And I was like, I don't really see it as a problem. If that's what he wants, that's what he wants. And not only is that what he wants, he went to go get the most qualified person ever. Ever. I mean, she worked as a public defender. She worked in the same courts as all these other judges that's on the Supreme Court, plus more. Like, she's done everything that you possibly need to do. She knows the law in and out. She's worked with the highs of people and the quote-unquote lows of the lows of people. She knows all about the normal working class person all the way up to the richest fucking person. She knows it. So it doesn't matter whether she's black, a woman, or whatever, alien, doesn't matter. She's the most qualified woman,
and
period.
That's
she should be on it. That's how I see it. And that's how I'm always going to see
it. And that's my point. My point is that shouldn't even have to been thrown out there. When you throw that out there, you make the water a little murky.
Well, I feel like people need to grow the fuck up. You know, I get exactly what you're saying, but it's also a people thing too. Like me saying that shouldn't move you one way or another. It should always be, was she qualified or is he qualified? And the answer is yes. You don't need to ask her about some fucking book that somebody made about are babies born racist? Are they taught to be racist? And she answered it in the most calmly way possible. I don't see that type of stuff in my line of work. I'm a judge. And then after she hit her with that and she kept on going, he was like, okay, you a judge. Let's get the judge question. It stopped it. But it's like they're trying to do everything to discredit her, but they can't. They can't. She's a very well prepared person. And the looks on her face just like gives me everything that every strong black woman I ever been around in her face.
She's tired of this bullshit. Give me the dollar and let's go about it.
Yeah, this shit is just a waste of time. Y'all give her the job. Let's move on. Like, she's way overqualified. Like, she's damn near overqualified. She's going to be the best person for the job. So I'm not worried about it at all.
And it's almost as if it's like when Thurgood Marshall became a judge, right? It was like, nigga, it's a foregone conclusion at this point.
Yep.
It's like she has all the qualifications. Just go about your day.
Yeah, man. Like, it is what it is, bro. Let's just keep it moving. And what we do, she's gonna be on there, and it's gonna be historical, and nobody can ever take it away. Period. People need to grow the fuck up. You realize these politicians really ain't shit. I mean, you can't tell me that this woman is not qualified when you got that bozo in Colorado that's on the Senate. She ain't even graduated from high school. Don't talk to me about this, bro. Like, yo, it's super awesome that she is going to be on. It's going to be a Supreme Court judge. It's going to be awesome. More history. It's more history I can show my daughters. Hey, you can do this. Period. There's nothing nobody can do to stop it. It's happening. That's all I got on that one.
Yeah,
but
like I said, she's qualified. I mean, what else do you need to know? I mean, everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, everything else is, they might pull up some old stuff, some old rulings or whatever, and they feel indifferent about. They gonna do that,
bro. They try to bring up some shit about she worked a child pornography case.
Oh, about the 18-year-old boy and the 8-year-old child. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, they brought up that case and basically the time that she gave out and all this shit like that. And it's like, yo, fam, y'all are reaching. Like, y'all reaching. Y'all trying to defame this woman so bad. But yeah, your man's a couple years ago had a whole history of sexual assault. And y'all just breeze past it.
Facts. Kavanaugh, yeah.
Then the next woman y'all nominated, she couldn't even tell you the 5 freedoms that we have. Like, simple as put. But hey, man, we know what it is. Like, we know what it is. We see this issue all the time. It's just, yeah, we see it all the time. Go ahead.
It's fucking sickening though. Like,
oh, absolutely.
We so tired of this shit. It's like, who the fuck are you to make the rules that we gotta follow? We gotta go 10 times harder than you have to. We gotta do all this extra shit just to get in the door to do a better job than you.
Now we got a special Black as Fuck this time. We got a tag team.
That's
Go ahead, fellas.
All right, so for this rendition of Black A.F., I got a little something I want to talk about. So, basically, okay, so if anyone hasn't been following it or anything, but in Tennessee, a small, predominantly Black town called Mason is poised to have a huge economic boost from the construction of a big Ford factory that is getting ready to be built. So when that happened, the state government in Tennessee gave them an ultimatum. It said to dissolve your town charter, or we're going to seize your finances. So basically what is happening is this town of Mason, I want to say it was for about 20 years, the predominantly white governance, mayor and all that other stuff, the high elected officials were basically stealing money and just basically the town was like basically in debt. Let's just put it that way, was in debt. So the what's the guy's name? I think it's Mum Power. He is the controller, the state controller. So, yeah, they're basically gonna take over. He's basically giving them an ultimatum. You basically get rid of your charter, which is basically the town is not gonna be Mason anymore. It's basically gonna dissolve into another city. They're just gonna expand it, almost like redlining. And they're gonna just take over the finances. But the thing that just makes me, kind of pisses me off about the whole situation is that this town basically ran away a bunch of crooked politicians, and the whole council of the town is basically black. It actually is black, and they have literally pulled themselves up by their own bootstraps and has brought this town back to dominance. I mean, heck, when you have a Ford, like Henry Ford coming to your town to build a factory, which is going to bring in more jobs, build economical growth, that lets you know that you're doing the right thing. But you have a guy like Mumpower who is basically going to come in and say, you black folks are doing too well over here. So I'm going to give you an ultimatum. I want you to either give me the controls to everything, or I'm going to take it. So this is going to give you some insight. The town of Mason literally paid $400,000 for their debt they owed to they spun a false narrative wanting the public to think that the new black leadership was incompetent, financially irresponsible. They wanted them to think that they made no good faith attempts to remedy the issues of their town. The fact is that the current leadership had nothing to do with the misappropriation or theft of the funds from the past administration. What Mumpower has failed to inform the people is that the past 20 years, Mason, Tennessee was ran by non-black leaders who literally stole money from the town. The Tennessee controller failed to launch an investigation or arrest anyone who was involved. Now that Ford is coming into the town, and wants to basically have a potential $20 billion deal on the table for the town, the mayor of Tipton County and Jason Mumpower have teamed up to force implement a stronghold takeover of Mason. And the people are fighting back. But the mayor of Tipton County is misusing its reputation with Mumpower and the weight of the Tennessee Treasury to engineer an extortion of the town. The Tennessee controller is trying to force the town to give up the charter, like I mentioned, because they tried and they didn't succeed before. There have been placed unfair sanctions, imposing a $25,000 monthly payment that the town just doesn't have at the moment. So organizers across the country have basically become aware, and they're making phone calls and even pulling up on Mason. Let's just put it that way. But the thing that gets me the most is that we've seen this before. We've seen this narrative before throughout the history of this country. Let's think about this. Let's think about post-slavery, post-emancipation, Reconstruction. There was a boom in black wealth because we had all the skills. But what happened after that? Yeah, Jim Crow laws come in place. So that basically stopped and delayed economic growth in the black community. So let's think about Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. A town where blacks had a flourishing economy. The black dollar circulated 100 times within the community before it left out. Then what happened? Some guy so-called assaulted a white woman, and a bunch of angry white men came in and did what? Dismantled the progress by burning the city to the ground. You think about throughout the years, we've dealt with redlining, rezoning, and black progress has always been denied. Even let's think about sports. We've seen this in the NBA. Look at the Golden State Warriors. Mark Jackson built that team from its core. And then what happened? They kicked him out of there and brought in who? Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr got 3 championships off that team. That should have been Mark Jackson.
Look what they're doing in Miami too, by the way.
I was gonna bring that up with Brian Flores. The owner so-called wants him to tank. When he doesn't do it, you fire the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man had a winning record in his last season. And look what they're doing now. You bring another coach, and then they're making all these key moves to empower the team. But, it's alarming that we've always been dealt. We've always had these giant speed bumps that miraculously just pop up out of nowhere when progress is being made within the Black community. And people always tell us, "Oh, y'all gotta work harder. You gotta work hard." But when we work harder, barricade gets put up, or "Oh no, you gotta divert. You gotta go this way," or "No, we don't want you to go that way. We need you to go this way." You know what I'm saying? There's always some type of an obstacle, and it's infuriating, man. Because like, to see what's going on in this town, like, you had people basically steal money from the town and put them in a gigantic hole. And these people, Black people, banded together to do what? Bring them out of that. And you basically have got the attention of a powerhouse in Ford to say, "Hey, we want to come to your town, put up this distribution center, this factory where y'all can build our new electronic cars or whatnot. And it's going to bring $20 billion to the economy in your area." But, the white man says, "You niggas is doing too well. And I know that the economic growth that's getting ready to happen, I want my name on that. So I'm going to come in and steal it." I'm just saying. Like, I don't usually talk like this, but we'll call a spade, man. It's disheartening. It's infuriating to think that we can't control the narrative of our own people. Or when we try to get a hold and get ahead, there's some opposing force that always tries to stop it from happening. Do I know what the resolution is? Nope. But something got to happen, because this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And to think that we are incompetent and unable to flourish, it's sickening to see this actually happening. People are going to say, "Oh, this happens everywhere." No. Look here now. Work with the people. Don't just come in and try to stronghold and take everything. Let the community, who has shown competence because of everything they went through from the last people that were there, have shown that they can make change happen and economic growth happen amongst themselves. Stop with this whole narrative. You have the complexion for correction. And let us do our thing, man. Let us do our thing, man. If we really want to empower Black people, let us do our stuff, man. Let us do our stuff. That's all I gotta say, man.
All right. So to piggyback off of Taz, for this section of Black as Fuck, it's gonna be about what I spoke about earlier, and kind of rolled to what Taz just said, about it being seen as we can't do for ourselves, so they got to come in and save us. And this is known as the white savior complex. And you may ask, what is the white savior complex? The white savior complex is the depiction of us as a people needing liberating, rescue, or uplifting. It covers up a pattern of oppression that people of color face and portrays us as passive recipients of good old white benevolence. Last time I checked, our overall place in history has been affected more by the mistreatment that we have faced than by our own mismanagement of our situations. So I want to break some things down. Up until 58 years ago, segregation was legal in the United States. In just 10 years before that, Brown versus Board of Education made it clear that segregated schools were unconstitutional. Yet, up to 10 years after that, both of my parents, who was born in the rural South, still went to segregated schools. Right? So if people are still having effects like birth defects and fertility issues from the atomic bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, what makes you think 58 years is enough time to quote unquote pick ourselves up by the bootstraps? We didn't ask to be treated as a second-class citizen, but those are the cards that we were dealt. And you don't get the right to cause some shit and then come through trying to save us from the problems that you caused. If you know anything about us, we don't need to be saved. Hell, we the ones who should have a savior complex. We taught them about culture, class, style, food, music, resilience, prayer, and so much more. We have an unwavering spirit to succeed at all costs that can't be taught. And I'm gonna pull a Taz real quick. In the Bible, 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7, it states, "For God gave us a spirit, not of fear, but of power and love and self-control." The key word here is God gave, not man. So if man didn't give it, man can't take it away. But he can sure manipulate you to believe that he can. When I see this town in Tennessee trying to capitalize on Black growth, or the illusion of gifting us positions like Supreme Court justice, as if we didn't work for this, and our mothers and grandmothers didn't pray over our success, with unwavering faith, I have one question. How does it feel to look at what you deem as less than and see superiority? Because all this work to convince yourselves you are responsible for our wins is to be in a constant state of delusion that has lasted over 400 years and is just sad. No matter what you do, we can't be broken. In the close, I'll end with a poem that has helped me get through many a storm and echoes the strength of our people. And it's Invictus by William Ernest Henley. So it goes like, out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade. And yet the menace of the years finally shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
My man. I think that might have been the best Black as fuck ever.
I felt that shit. I was like, you know what? I'm tired of these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is, like, that complex, we see it in movies, TV shows. I mean, think about the movie Avatar, which is probably the most grossing movie, money grossing movie of all time. You know, there's the white savior complex. You know, what else? The Last Samurai.
Is Avatar a white savior complex?
Think about it though. Think about it.
I know. I get what you're saying on it.
He literally appropriates himself into their culture by becoming one of them, and therefore saving the people. What were they called? The Navi people?
The Navi. Yeah. It's Navi like, people. Yeah. Y'all needed a white man to come to do it because y'all couldn't do it yourselves.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Every depiction that we've seen of Jesus has always been a fair.
Oh yeah, that's a wild one.
Exactly.
We talk about that one a lot.
I mean, even let's think about the old movie The Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments. That old. They always used to show it around Christmas time. All those people, the slaves that were in Egypt, were not white people.
They wasn't even white. I'm not gonna go there.
We be on that all night. You got words of wisdom for us, Taz?
I got no words. I got no words of wisdom today, man.
No words of wisdom.
I had no words of wisdom. My words of wisdom are: let Black folks thrive, especially when they've been dealt a bad deck that has set them back. And then once we start to get progress, let us progress. We're, like you said, we're resilient. We are resilient. We've been through so much in this country throughout history, and yet still we rise. Here we rise, and here we are today. So let us be great. Like I said, Black history is American history. And think about the advancements or the invention, the advancements we've made as a society because of Black folks. Street light. I mean, what else? Cotton gin. I mean, how we make clothes. You can attribute that to a Black person. So, I mean, I'm saying, like, Black is beautiful. As all shades of pigmentations are, but treat us as so. Treat us as such. That's all I gotta say.
Word, man. I can dig it. Y'all got any last thoughts before we get up out of here? I think we covered a lot this episode. We've been running a little longer the past couple episodes.
We have.
Yeah, just getting into it, getting back into the real flow of it. I'm going to tell y'all guys now, I was like halfway dying through the podcast. If y'all look closely at my lips, they was dry the whole time. Allergies is tearing my ass up, boy. They are tearing me up, fam. They tearing me up, and then everybody in the house got the stomach bug.
Oh,
I mean, everybody got the stomach bug. Emma puked all over herself last night in her sleep. Oh yeah, man. She was in there whining because usually when she whine, when she sleep, you know what I mean? It's just she trying to find that pacifier, and then she'll find it, lay back down. But this time, wasn't really cooking like that. So I got up, went in there. I went to go reach for it, and I was like, "What the fuck is this smell?" Turn the light on, everywhere, bro. Yeah, so we've been dealing with that too. So anyway, like I said, I was kind of trying to get myself together here.
Drop some ginger ale, some elderberry.
yeah, for sure. For sure. I just need to eat something spicy, bro, and I'll be straight. I ate a spicy chicken sandwich earlier. It helped for a little while. Now I'm back right all over again. So it's a process. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, always remember, no matter the view, it's always with respect. And that's another episode of Views from the Floor podcast.